In the late 80s, the Motorcraft Thunderbird of Bob Glidden was the car to beat in drag racing. He dominated the 1987 NHRA Pro Stock category with 8 wins and qualified number 1 in every event. 1988 provided similar results. Also in 88, Revell updated their highly detailed Pro Stock kit to replicate the championship car. Revell reissued this model in 2013, perhaps cashing in on the nostalgia of this historic racer. Much to my surprise, I got to see one of Glidden's original Pro Stockers do what it does at our local drag strip.
Comes the Bob Glidden Thunderbird.
Alright fans, don't get off your seat for Mike here. This Castrol GTX car, I asked him to run it out the back door here. He's about to put on the show. Bob Glidden in the left lane, right lane. We got the Castrol GTX car. He's about to get live here.
Perhaps not the most impressive burnout, but what is more impressive is the level of detail current driver owner Mark Johnson went through to restore this Thunderbird. He even used some model car building techniques.
And this is stuff that we kind of think we know about it, just for chasing history. But notice on this thing they're all clear. I would tell you the other car that we know served duty was the comeback car. They got converted over to 87 and 88. It has you'll see one that has a fog lamp here and here, and this one will be clear. That's the comeback car that got converted. I know where it's at. He's going to restore it.
Okay.
So we knew 2 fasteners here, doesn't show up anywhere else. The tacks mounted off of the pillar.
Okay.
And these 2 chrome supports in the door. Those are kind of like a dead giveaway that, hey, that's the car. This is where he raced it in IHRA.
Okay.
You know, he was number 6.
Yeah.
Same things pop up here.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's when it gets repainted.
This is where our understanding is it was sold to George Levesque in Canada. He put the Pro Mod wing on it and raced in like 790 stuff up there. We think what we've been able to gather is he brought it back to Jerry Bickle for like updates and put the wing and all on it. It had some really long wheelie bars on it too. Now, again, this would be Coy Atkins. He had bought it, we understand, from them, or ended up, that was the next place that we know it stopped. Coy Atkins lived in Marianna, Florida, or did. He's up in Georgia, I think now, yeah. He was running with a small block and a manual. And this is he parks it. And that's when Bud got in touch with him when I was on active duty and said, hey, what about that car? And then he found out, oh yes, it is one of Glidden's. And I said, I'm gonna have to do the deal on it. We just thought it was one display type. Here's where we were running it in 470. Same old paint job with my wife was just smiles.
I don't know, it's kind of retro cool now. It's funny how it comes around.
And that's pretty much where it lived. The only thing I did to it that way is I put a anti-roll bar on it because, you know, they didn't run them back then. When they left, they looked like
Yeah, they're torqued out.
Yeah, and that's why Robert Patrick told us that was the one, because it does have that missing piece on the up inside of there. There's the serial number.
Awesome.
9BG.
Huh.
This right here is the paint code.
Oh, wow.
It is a GM color.
And then that's like when you start sanding it down.
One of my buddies, like I said, we had to have help from everybody. He knew, then he said, oh, that's carbon fiber. That's why all this stuff is failing on here.
Oh, it's carbon fiber.
He had been repaired.
Early carbon fiber.
He had been repaired with fiberglass. And he said, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Well, dude, since you know so much, he said, let me fix that for you, because I do welding.
Oh,
we
wow.
all kind of have to help each other out. This was under there.
Oh, that's
under the
cool.
hood. You can see this right here where he's laying some fiber in there. And that would actually shine.
Oh, wow.
The sealer was very thick. There's a guy that was helping me, he said, man, Mark, it's like somebody wanted this paint job to be found. And I thought, well, we found it, and now the thing is, we think it's sacrilegious to not put it back just like it was.
Wow.
Everything was under there so I could measure the dimensions.
Oh, wow. That is amazing.
I made notes, doors, very lot of detail work.
I'm just kind of speechless.
These guys he put it,
Oh,
painted
wow.
back for me. And in Happyville, Alabama. Mike did tremendous work. And that gentleman, for most of my women, I was squaring up with him, and his brother-in-law works with me. He told me, Mike would have let nobody else work on that car. He did everything. I said, I had to redo the headlights.
So you had molds
I made
made?
molds off my old. I did this stuff out
Wow.
YouTube. But when I was doing that stuff, I got all those bubbles in there. So I was degassing my stuff, still bubble. I had gone through every bit of my good resin, and I was still kind of nowhere. I was about to give up, and I had some of that stuff you use on tabletops in a restaurant.
Okay, sure.
I watched one more YouTube video, and this older lady in there makes jewelry, and she said, I degassed my acrylic, poured in the mold, and then I put it into my pressure chamber.
You gotta have a pressure.
50 psi.
Yep.
Oh, that's not. I haven't been doing that. So I built the pressure chamber here.
Yep. And that got all your air bubbles
It
out.
did. But at that point, I was down to that tabletop stuff. That was my first successful pull. I was so proud of that thing.
Wow.
No pictures of the motor.
What an awesome machine. Let's see how he does against that Castrol Camaro.
All right, Husker, y'all let him know. Stand up. He's got the chance to do it. Back it up.
The Camaro got the whole shot, but the Bird drove around him. Vintage Pro Stocks weren't the only cars at the track that night, and they had an 8-car field of nostalgia top fuel dragsters for our aural delight. Here's a typical run, and they certainly don't disappoint. I need to get back to work on a model. Did all that nitro get in my blood and inspire me to start a drag car? The only way to find out is to like, comment, subscribe. You know what to do, because I have all kinds of model car stories to tell. Thanks for watching.